So mothers and others, I'm so excited. I'm get to introduce you to our next candidate tonight. And she is definitely a familiar face. She has run before. So let me introduce you to Jan McDowell. She is a candidate for Texas 32nd Congressional District, and she's running for the open seat vacated by Colin Allred. So welcome, Jan. It is so nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for office?
Yes, thank you, Nancy. I sense kind of a theme this evening. It is mothers and others, but the theme is kind of moms and mothers. There's Moms for Democracy and Mothers Against Greg Abbott, which I think is a stroke of marketing genius. The Moms Demand Action Against Gun Violence. Moms and others are just a critical force that are needed in our democracy now. The Thoughts and Prayers video ad that you all put out is incredibly powerful. So, as you said, District 32 is a very Democratic blue district. There are 10 Democrats on the primary ballot because the person who wins this primary will win the seat to replace Colin Allred since he's running against Ted Cruz. I'm a retired CPA. I'm determined that it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. If everyone can have the opportunity to reach their potential, our nation could be incredible. That's what I'll be fighting for in Congress. I've worked for a long time. I was a casualty or whatever you want to call it of gerrymandering redistricting. So when I ran previously, it was in District 24, which was a very Republican district. And I tried really hard there, but it's a different landscape running in a very Democratic district. So today I was out delivering yard signs to some of the people who had requested them. And I want to show you, if you can see it, what they said. See that? I don't know. It says pro-choice, pro-gun safety, pro-democracy, pro-you. So that's what my campaign is about. Those are the things that I'm committed to, and I look forward to talking to everyone here this evening.
That's wonderful. I love that. So can you tell us what are the top three issues that you are running on in your district this go round?
Yeah, pro-choice is such a huge, existential thing for women and the people who love them. I believe in trusting women. I don't want to put guidelines or parameters or well, if this and if that, and up to a certain time. I just want to trust women and let them be able to trust their doctors. I think women likely want to talk to family members and their doctors, maybe their clergy people, their family and friends. They don't want to talk to their elected officials when they're making choices like that. Pro-gun safety. Allen is not in District 32, but it is close by where they had that mass shooting at the mall. So it has come uncomfortably close to home for me. I try to get involved with things all the time. And there's a Moms Demand Action, or Everytown for Gun Safety group that had been having weekly Zoom discussions of the episodes of a Malcolm Gladwell podcast about revisionist history. And I learned on that, he said, I've always said that I definitely want to ban assault weapons. And he said that is kind of a way that people just kind of duck the issue, because that's not the biggest problem. Of all the huge numbers of people who die by guns every year, the mass shootings that are caused by AR-15s are a comparatively small percent of that. So they talk about community violence intervention programs that try to solve the root causes to make people not feel the need to go out and do violent things. So I'm all about lifelong learning, happy and willing to learn more as I go along all the time. And then the climate, I think the way Greta Thunberg said a few years ago, this is a house on fire emergency. And more years have gone by since she said that, with not very much being done in that time period. So it's a bigger emergency, and we need to act fast. And in my opinion, we need to be transferring as quickly and completely as possible from fossil fuels to the alternative renewable energy sources.
Thank you. I think I agree with all of those very important things. So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Jan. So tell us, where can we find you and how best can we support you right now?
Thank you for that. Well, my email address is jan@janmcdowell.com. And I always say, if you have questions, that's great. If you have any suggestions for my campaign, send those my way as well. I will be the one who's reading them, and I will respond to emails, jan@janmcdowell.com. My website is janmcdowell.com. You can learn more about me there and the campaign. You can volunteer to help. We'll be knocking on doors. You can donate there. Of the 10 Democrats in my primary, there are a couple who seem to have the idea that a campaign is just all about raising money and who can raise the most. And I've resisted that approach to campaigning. To me, it's about the people in the district and how we can help. So, my Twitter is @JanForCongress. And Instagram is Jan McDowell for Congress. So there's kind of a theme going there of Jan McDowell for Congress.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jan. I look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening.